Today we're going to take a look at stop loss orders, and the reason I want to address this issue is that I continue to see in crypto trading forums people complaining about large losses they're taking, whether it be from an automated trading bot or just live trading. And when I ask them, what was your stop loss order set at, they typically tell me they didn't have a stop loss in place. Trading without a stop loss is like going into battle without armor. You're gonna get killed. So I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure anytime you're trading you have a predetermined stop loss in place. So if you're new to trading, a stop loss order is typically a predetermined level to cap losses on a current open position. Stop loss orders can basically be executed via an automated system. Most exchanges today have stop loss orders that you can put once you've entered a position, or you can actually use an automated trading bot like Crypto Hopper. It has a feature that actually allows a stop loss to be set. I highly recommend, if you're new to trading, you go with some type of automated stop loss setting. The other option is manual. You're physically clicking the buy or sell order on a trade that has moved against you. Now keep in mind, most stop loss orders are executed as market orders and do not guarantee that the fill price will be the same as your stop loss order trigger price. And we'll take a look at that right now for an example. I'm setting up a Crypto Hopper trading bot on the Kraken exchange, and within the basic configuration I have set my stop loss as enabled and at about 0.5%, around 0.5%. And when we look at about a week's worth of trading history, now I'm still fine-tuning and tweaking this, but if we look at a trading history, you can see there's quite a few losses in here, and at 0.49% you can actually see I'm not getting those orders filled. Some are close, some are higher. I think there's one that, here's a 1.21%. That's quite a bit higher. But then there is one that actually hit the 0.49%. Now you might be saying to yourself, my goodness, there's a lot of red in those trades. By keeping these losses small, there are actually 12 losers and 3 winners. And because these losses were kept small, I'm actually ahead just barely by like 1%. This is not my final strategy on this automated trading bot. I am still tweaking it, as I said before, but I wanted to stress and actually show you, most people aren't going to show you their losers. They're going to show some huge percentage gains they've made. I'm not afraid to show you my losers because they're so small. I keep them small in comparison to my winners. And by having small losers compared to bigger winners, that's going to keep me in the battle and help me win the overall war when it comes to trading. So let's take a look at a few simple rules when it comes to stop loss orders. One of the most important rules is to determine your stop loss price or percentage before you actually enter a position. Now, if you're using like an automated trading bot, you're going to want to determine the percentage you're willing to lose on every position you get into. If you're doing live trading, it might be price based. You might give up a quarter in hopes of gaining $1. But that is something that must be determined before you enter the trade, not once you're in the trade. Once you're in the trade, if you're making those decisions, you're probably going to get run over by the market. Number 2, don't move your stop loss order lower or higher if you're short, but never move your stop loss. Stick to your guns and be disciplined. I can't tell you how many times I have seen someone set a great stop loss that would protect their bankroll, only to watch them to continue to move it down, and they end up taking a huge loss. So don't move your stop loss order. Stick with your guns. Be disciplined. Rule number 3, you should avoid setting trigger prices at support or resistance. You might want to give yourself a little wiggle room if support is 349, maybe you go to 345. That way it doesn't come right to support and you get stopped out because you actually want it to bounce off of that support. But if it dips down below support, then we can consider support being broken and you want to get out because it could crash even lower. So maybe don't set it right at support. Give yourself a couple points below perhaps. Or another area you want to try to perhaps avoid is whole dollar or half dollar. So for example, if EOS support is at $2, you might want to go $1.95 for a stop loss, or you might want to go $1.94. Avoiding those whole dollar, half dollar, round numbers that people target, and you don't want to be where you don't want to be grouped in with a bunch of people because you're all going to get wiped out at the same time. Give yourself a little leeway if your strategy allows for it. And then number 4, allow for market volatility. If your stop loss orders are too tight, your positions will constantly be stopped out. With that being said, if you're not giving your target enough room to breathe and move, you could constantly get stopped out. And that is why I do a lot of back testing before I deploy a live strategy. As you saw in my earlier example, we'll jump back over to that. I'm still testing this strategy and perhaps I need to raise my stop loss percentage. I will have to go back, do some recon and look and see if this continued down beyond the 0.77%, and if it did, then I was right to get out. But for example, if it reversed shortly after hitting this level, and all of these seem to reverse after hitting these levels, perhaps I could put on a little more risk and still be making good trades. But that is something I'm going to have to go back, do my recon, and check on. And if we go back and take a quick look at the rules, I just want to make it clear that number 3 and 4 are more like guidelines than actual rules.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
So basically, in conclusion, you don't need to win every battle to win the war. Losses will happen. Your mission is to keep your losses small, and a predetermined stop loss order will keep your losses from wiping out your bankroll. I can't stress, if you're new to trading or you lack discipline, you should consider using automated stop loss orders. The bottom line is be confident in your strategy and execute your battle plan with extreme discipline. And with that all being said, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. I will be doing more videos regarding strategy for trading. If you like those type of videos, be sure to subscribe. If you liked this video, spike me a like. And until then, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you.